So I'm going to be doing a movie review today, and this time around I'm going to be talking about this film, which is called We Summon the Darkness, which came out in 2019 and it stars Alexandria Daddario, which she plays Alexis, which is this actress right here on the cover, and also we have Amy Forsyth, which she plays Beverly, which is this actress right here. And also another actress is in this film as well. Her name is Maddie Hassan. She plays Bao. And she's all part of this group of friends, these three girls that are on their way to a rock concert. And Johnny Knoxville is actually in this film as well, which you can see his face on the reflection of this knife. And he plays a preacher, and he's actually the father of Alexis. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and a little bit about the story. This film is about these three girls, and they're on their way to a rock concert. It's set in the 80s, 1988 to be exact. And so there's a lot of 80s references, you know, when it comes to like music and fashion and, you know, the way they talk and everything. And these girls are on their way to this concert. They're driving, and these three guys in a van drive past them, and these guys pull a prank on these girls, and they throw a chocolate milkshake on their windshield. So later on, these girls get back at these guys because they see them at the parking lot at this concert. So one of the girls throws a firecracker in the guy's van while the guys are in there, and the firecracker goes off and it scares the shit out of these guys, and they jump out of the van and they realize who these girls are, and they call truce, and you know, they all decide to get together and go to this rock concert together, you know. And then later on, Alexis, she invites the three guys along with her friends to, you know, her dad's abandoned mansion, have a party and everything. So these guys go with them, and yeah, they, you know, just have this party, you know, drink it up, and you know, tell these stories. There's like news stories going around this town where there's like this satanic cult, you know, with these killings. And the satanic cult is called We Summon the Darkness. That's why the film is called We Summon the Darkness. And the way it's played out is like these are like nice girls, you know, and at least that's the impression you're getting. And these three guys, you think, are just, you know, a part of this satanic cult, but really there's a twist to this film, and really it's these girls that are a part of this satanic cult. And that's what happens. And these girls, at least Alexis and Bao, they're complete psychos, and Beverly is just new to the group, so she hasn't really been brainwashed by this cult yet, but she knows it just does not feel right, and you know, she doesn't go along with it, obviously. So she's like the heroine of this film. But yeah, basically what they're doing is, because Alexis, her father's a preacher, what they're doing is they're making it out to be like these killings that she's about to do, which is like her first kill, you know, to, you know, be part of, you know, this satanic cult, you know, killing type of thing. At least they're trying to make it look like it is, because really they don't believe in the whole satanic, you know, killings or anything like that. They're just putting it out there to spread fear in the town so it can recruit people, you know, to go to their church, because, you know, really Alexis, you know, she's a churchgoer along with her family and everything like that, but they're just doing this to get people to, you know, just go to the church because they're fearful of, this whole thing, with this satanic cult killings going around. So that's pretty much what goes on in this film, and Beverly fights back and tries to help the guys out. I know one of the guys gets stabbed in the neck, and one of them gets killed, and then the other guy, he's like dying, and the other one's badly injured as well. But I mean, that's pretty much the gist of the film, And what I think of the movie, I saw this a few years back, and I remember enjoying it. I remember it being a good time. I thought it was a decent indie picture, and I thought Alexandria did a pretty good job playing a complete psycho, and all the actresses are pretty good in this film. And Johnny Knoxville, he's not known for doing this type of stuff. At least I've never seen him in really anything else. I know he's mostly does like, comedy related type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a pretty entertaining picture, and different because I liked the twist, and I also liked the way this was presented, like in the '80s type of setting, and they're talking about rock bands from that era like Metallica, and Def Leppard, and they even have some '80s music in there as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, they're like when they're like talking to each other, the guys and the girls, they're going on about the new Metallica album that's going to be coming out, which is like in 1988, which is Injustice for All. And they're talking about Cliff Burton passing away, and they're talking about like Jason Newsted. They're gonna find out if he's just as good as Cliff or whatever like that, and they won't find out until like a month later, which is when the album comes out. Which is funny because Injustice for All, actually, none of his bass you hear in Justice for All. They turned down the bass because that was during the time when Metallica was grieving over the loss of Cliff Burton, and during the hazing period, with the new kid, Jason Newsted. So, yeah, but it's one of those films that even though it's a horror film, it does have like comedy elements, like with some humor, maybe dark humor. But yeah, I just enjoy the visual look of the film, 80s setting, and the references, and just the twist to the film where it's not the guys that are the bad guys, it's actually the girls, at least the two girls, because Beverly is actually not really a bad person. It's just the two girls that are part of this, church that's pretend to be this like cult, just to put fear into people's lives so they can go to this church that they attend to, you know. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent film, and I wanted to get it on Blu-ray because I thought it was unique and interesting and something worthy of adding to my collection. And yeah, this is my movie review, and if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's worth watching and owning on Blu-ray. And that's probably what I'm going to be doing on this channel, is probably just showing off what I have in my collection individually with, each separate movie. I won't be doing like a Blu-ray or DVD collection like videos I've done in the past. Just show off one by one in each video of what I have of, movies in my collection, like this type of video. That way you can, see the movie that I have, and, that way, I'm more in depth with it, in the video and the review and everything like that. That way you can see these individually instead of just lumping it all in one video, a collection video, because no one really knows exactly what you have in a collection video. So I figure I just do it one by one in separate videos. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing with this channel. It's just, showing off my collection one by one, which is individual, things I have, like this film. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, with this channel. in the future. So, yeah, but anyways, this is my movie review for We Summon the Darkness. Pretty entertaining picture, and hope you enjoy this movie review, and I hope you guys have a good day. Take care.